Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again after what happened in Rivers State, where similar Fubara was suspended. Wike seems to have been very quiet. Talking about the FCT minister, he's been very quiet. He's not saying anything about the crisis that was in Rivers State and all of that. But right now, it seems as though he's cross-carpeting to Bayelsa State, and Diri is crying out. The governor of the state is crying out about a particular group that is loyal to Wike, what they are intending to do right now, which for him will breach the peace of Bayelsa State. I'm going to give you full details of this in a jiffy. Now, according to the news, the governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Diri, has raised alarm about a plot to breach the peace of the state. Governor Diri, who warned that the state government would not condone any act that would disrupt the peace of the state, advised security commanders, youth, elders, and traditional rulers to be on the alert. The Bayelsa State Governor spoke on the issue on Thursday at separate meetings with the Bayelsa Elder Council and at the 37th session of the State Security Council. He warned that a planned mega rally and inauguration of a group loyal to the Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike was capable of igniting avoidable crisis in the state. Diri noted that a suspended member of the People Democratic Party, George Jr., had been enlisted to create factions in the party in the state. The governor also stated that holding such events at the time the political crisis in Rivers State has heightened ethnic tension could degenerate into conflict in the state. He further stated that the alarm was imperative given that the FCT minister has threatened to cause crisis in PDP-governed states in the country. According to his word, he says, any attempt to import the Rivers State political crisis into Bayelsa will be resisted. I urge security commanders in the state to be on the alert. Parents and traditional rulers should discourage their wards and children from being used by unscrupulous elements to cause trouble in the state. Diri, who insisted that the peaceful disposition of the Ijaw should not be misconstrued for cowardice, said the state would not allow a faceless group to foment trouble in Bayelsa, which is the homeland of all Ijaw people. According to him, he says, as you are aware, we have threats from our sister state. The political crisis there is threatening us, and we will not allow what is happening there to come into Bayelsa State. We have in our party a renegade who had decided to form a parallel PDP in Bayelsa State, working with an ex-governor. The party in our state suspended him for gross misconduct, and for now he is not a member of a party in Bayelsa State. He was a part of the Kangaroo PDP South-South Zonal Congress that was rejected by the National Working Committee of our party, and he is threatening the peace of the state. This is not Rivers State. Bayelsa is the cradle of every German. I have always said that being peaceful is not cowardice. We are very courageous and we can stand up for the truth at all times. Every public facility owned by the Bayelsa state government cannot be used except with the express approval of the state government. The Bayelsa Hellsman enjoined the people to continue to maintain prevailing peace in the state in order to sustain its development. At a meeting with the Elder Council, the governor assured the elders of judicious use of the state resources, responding on electricity situation in the state. They re-explained that the current blackout resulted from vandalized towers in Rivers and assured that he would work with relevant bodies to restore power. He added that with the procurement of a gas turbine, the state would soon experience steady power supply. He also revealed that the state was set to employ about 1,000 Bayelsa into the civil service. According to him, he says again, we are going to employ about 1,000 Bayelsa. That process is already on. From information I got from the Civil Service Commission, they have received about 36,000 applications. It is like what we are doing is a drop of water in the ocean, but it is a good way to start. Diri further stated that the teachers' recruitment exercise was cancelled because of irregularities and that he had to set up a committee headed by his deputy chief of staff to oversee a new exercise. Earlier, chairman of the Bayelsa Elders Council, who is the immediate past deputy governor of the state, Rear Admiral Boriboga Jonah, retired, commended Diri for his administration infrastructural development stride. Present at the meeting were former military governor of Rivers State, King Alfred Deity Spide, chairman Bayelsa State Traditional Rulers Council, King Dakolo, and other leaders in the council. This is getting very interesting, I must say. Wike is no more going back to Rivers State. This time around, they're trying to create another group. I don't know the purpose of that group, but already we have heard Wike speak. And according to him, he says he's fully ready for 2027. How he desired that today will be 2027. And that points to one direction, that he will continue to give all the required support to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And that support can only be very successful if PDP is not allowed to gain the level of covering it should have in terms of influence across board. So I don't know. The situation is very terrible, but the Asawanas have been quiet and watching, but from all indications, it seems they are no more ready, to sit back and look at things get back on a daily basis. That's why he's sending out that strong information. I think that being the chief security officer in the state, he reserves that right to give approval for any facilities to be used in the state. And I think that he should show that strength. Yes, we know that some people are operating with federal might and all of that, but then, being that you are the governor of the state, you have reserved that exclusive right to express or to show the level of strength that you have, for your state. And that will be fully expressed by making sure that nobody can come in and hijack any facility or do anything without your consent. That is what makes you, the number one man in the state. I don't know what this really means. I don't know the intention of that particular group, which according to the information he had made available, they are loyal to the FCT minister. But I think that at this point, it must be resisted with everything that Diri has. He must make sure that nobody convey in a place and without his approval, and also make sure that the peace of Rivers State is not aborted. I don't know what is happening, but I must say that the greedy lifestyle of our leaders is becoming very absurd, and Nigerians are not happy about it. Let's just wait and see what will happen in the nearest future. Diri must make sure that what we saw in Rivers State among the Jaws does not repeat itself in Bayelsa State. And interestingly, Wike is not from Bayelsa. He's from Rivers State. So no matter what, you don't allow him to put to influence your people to that extent. Though I know that he has a lot of covering, a lot of respect from the federal level. That's why his strength seems to be, spreading across the South-South region. But however, being a governor of the state, you reserve that right, except there is also a plot to also, declare state of emergency in Bayelsa State, because in Nigeria, anything can happen. We can't trust anybody. But however, I think that Diri should make sure that such thing does not happen. Let's leave it.